I'm selling my fishing tackle. Have you ever wondered how much money you've spent over the years on all your fishing gear? And if you're like me, you've got it stowed away in cupboards, in garages and spare rooms, and you probably haven't even used it for the last 5 years. In this video, I'm going to explore selling this gear online, which are the best platforms to use, and most importantly, how much money can I get back?
Show me the money, show me the money.
I seem to have acquired over the years quite a bit of carp fishing gear.
Are you gay?
Now, I am not a carp angler. The only carp fishing that I have done is lake exclusives in France, but somehow I seem to have spent a fortune on it. We're now at the end of April. I'm thinking that carp anglers are probably looking online to pick up bargains, so maybe I can tap into this market and place my items on a suitable online platform and get a bit of wonga back for it. A bait boat, 6 reels, at least 2 rods, a rod pod, a bed chair and a 2-man bivvy. Reels first, I'm selling 3 of these, Shimano 10,000s, XTEA, they're in really good condition. I'm selling 3 of these, TF Gear, real cheapies, not sure what I'll get for those, but we'll get those on there. The bait boat is an Angling Techniques Microcat Mark 1 bait boat. So obviously it's old, like me, but it's blinged up like me as well. Don't know why I put the camo on, I just thought it'd be really cool back in the day because I was going to use it for my pike fishing. So I was going to obviously go on to places where I probably shouldn't be, hence the bling. And that's why it's got 2 live bait lids on the hoppers. It's got 2 metal live bait traps, so to speak, that I bought extra for it. It's in really good working order. There's a couple of things that need attention. One of the dials is broken on the remote control and one of the weed guards needs replacing, but apart from that it works really, really well. The bed chair is a JRC Defender bed chair with its own cover. It's really comfortable, it's hardly been used, probably used it 3 trips to France. The bivvy is a Nash Titan bivvy. I'm convinced it's a 2-man bivvy, but I'll double check before I stick it on to the selling platforms. The pod is a Daiwa Infinity Versa pod. There's a plethora of selling platforms and it gets really confusing. So I'm just starting with eBay. Why eBay? Well, put it simply, I've used it before. I've listed some new items that I purchased last year as a bundle and I've been selling them off separately over the last 3 or 4 months, and it seems very straightforward to do it using my phone on this platform. If I can't shift the items, then obviously I will look at different platforms, and I've got a few aces up my sleeve to help further on down the line. It was a bank holiday yesterday in the UK, so I thought it'd be a good idea to list the 6 reels and the Microcat boat onto the eBay site in the morning. Now, I discovered something which I didn't realise. My previous listings from 3 or 4 months ago were new items, so I literally just borrowed the official photographs from catalogues. It was very straightforward. I did a bit of research with the Shimano 10,000s and the TF Gear reels, and I discovered that people have actually taken quite a bit of time to take some nice angled photos. So I just literally took 2 photos from the front and thought to myself, this is not good enough. So I had to spend a bit of time thinking about this and actually taking photos of different parts of the reel. I just copied other people's angles that they had used for their photos. Whether that was the right thing to do or not, I don't know. I haven't sold one yet and it's been a day, but then again, Rome was never built in a day. But I feel confident that I've got a nice little catalogue of photos for the reels and the Microcat bait boat. Once the sun comes out again, which is forecast for the back end of the week, I'm going to get the bed chair and the rod pod out into the garden, take some decent photos in the sun, different angles again, and get those on the listings as well. Plan A is to leave the listings on eBay for a month and let it just run through and just see what happens. So I'll get back to you in a month's time and hopefully we've sold everything. But in reality, I should imagine I've got 1 or 2 bits left. Let's see.
Much later.
Right, we're back and I've just reviewed the video to see where we got up to, and I'm wearing the same top. I do have a washing machine, honestly. Okay, so we're just over a month later. So if you look on there, now 5th of June. So the eBay stuff has been up for over a month. And where are we? Well, something very interesting happened. When I last spoke to you, I was about to put on the bed chair, bivvy, rod pod. Is that it? I think so. And the rods. I forgot. So middle of May, beginning of May, I forgot. Got to the middle of May, I thought, crikey, I forgot to put the stuff on. So I put the bed chair, the rod pod and the bivvy onto eBay, and I made a mistake. Rather than just have a buy only option, I left it open to bids as well. And I think I discovered something. People started bidding for these items and I kept rejecting them. And it seemed like I'd hooked them in. Not sure if that was a viable tactic, but it kind of worked. So basically, the rod pod went within about 24 hours. The bed chair, I had a guy that wanted it, but then he wanted it that night, and then we couldn't arrange a pickup, and then he ghosted me. And then someone wanted the bivvy, but he was going to France carp fishing the day he wanted it. Again, couldn't meet up with him, but he kept in touch with me and got rid of that a week later. And the 3 Shimanos have gone as well. So things are moving. So eBay is working. Maybe it's for lots of reasons. The other products haven't gone. Maybe I priced them too high. So the TF Gear reels were on for 30 quid each. I've dropped them down to 20. The bait boat, I had no idea what price to put it on at. I put it on at 250. I've dropped it down to 200, and I've had one inquiry about it. I'm going to let it sit there for a little while. I'll drop it down to 150 probably in July if it doesn't go, because there's no point me sitting on it. It's a lovely boat, but no point me sitting on the money. Like I said, the Shimanos have all gone. Posting these parcels couldn't be easier really. I'm now at the Every Pickup Point, which is just a corner shop basically. I've got a couple of reels here. Believe it or not, they're the same size, but different size boxes because that's all I had. So you just go in the shop, they scan the barcode, give you a receipt, job done. Really simple, can't go wrong. I love it.
There's only one or something?
Yeah, it's 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. Perfect. Had those on for 80 quid, dropped them down to 70, bang, that seemed to be the right price for that. Bivvy was on for 150 quid, no problems, that went straight out. The bed chair's on for 60 quid, and like I said, I initially got inquiries about it and interested buyers straight away. I'm going to keep it on at 60 until July. If it doesn't go, I'll drop it down to 50. The rod pod, I probably put it on for too cheap. I put it on for 30 or 35 quid. It was probably worth an awful lot more, and I probably made a slight mistake. The guy that bought it messaged me and said he was really happy, so maybe I did myself out some money there, but hey ho. That's where we are at the minute. Things are flying out, but I need a plan B. So my plan B is to use Facebook Marketplace. So what I'm going to do, if I've still got these extra items, I'm then going to post them on there as well. So as we get towards the end of this video, I'm going to contrast using eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and I might try and use one other platform, whether it be Gumtree or something else. Don't know how to use it. So for the sake of this video, I'll try and use another platform as well at the end if I've got anything left. So that's where we are at the minute. Quite exciting. I've got back in, I think around, let me add it up, 150, 3 lots of 70, 7, 14, 21. So that's
A lot of boring math later.
310, 380, and the rod pod, another 30 quid. So that's 420. So that's not bad. We're back, and as you can see from my phone, hopefully, if it focuses, it's now the 3rd of July, and I've been a little bit remiss. I actually should have recorded this about a week and a half ago, because by the middle to the end of June, say about 24th of June, I'd sold everything.
Show me the money.
When I last spoke to you, my plan was to use Facebook Marketplace and the eBay site if I wasn't shifting the items off eBay, but everything has picked up, and I think it's quite interesting that it's the beginning of the course fishing season here in England. That opens on the 16th of June, so around the beginning of June to the end of June, everything's gone, and it's just people want fishing gear this time of year, and I think it is as simple as that. Time of year seems to be the most crucial factor, and it makes sense if you think about it, because the items are in demand at that particular time. If I was to stick carp fishing gear on the site over the winter, well, no one's looking, or less people are looking. So timing is crucial, as in all sales, I would presume. There's also to use decent photographs. If you remember at the beginning of this video, I showed you some pictures of the reels that I took, and then I had to change the angles. People are looking for accurate descriptions. When I was selling the bait boat, I got several questions about the weed guard being broken. I mentioned it in the description, but I didn't have a picture of it. So that's the other thing I've learned from selling on eBay is Your items don't need to be perfect. Explain to the person buying what is wrong with the item as well as all the good points, but they need to see this as photographic evidence, and then they have confidence in you as the seller that you're giving them an accurate description. So my final bit of advice, if you've watched through to the end, is thank you very much for watching, but think about sticking your old fishing tackle onto one of these selling platforms. I'm sure there's others just as good as eBay, just that we sold everything, so I never had a chance to actually explore the other ones. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in another one soon.